Hello everyone. Excuse me. Fuck! Sorry. I was making like a, on here, I was making like a 6-minute video of me talking about like, spoiler-ish things in this movie. And I realized my mic wasn't connected in, and I actually didn't press the button, so I'm like, God fucking damn it, I screwed that up. You don't give a shit. You clearly don't. You just want to know what is more of the meat of what I will call to say about the movie. So, okay, I will just jump into that. Okay, we're going to go to the city at this point. As you're putting in the movie, they get into the city, and, Forest Whitaker's characters, they basically, capture Felicity Jones and K2SO and, Chira Inouye and I'm thinking other fucking characters. Why do these characters have such hard to pronounce names? The beauty about what we had of the original Star Wars trilogy is that they were simple character names like Han, Chewie, Lando, Leia, and Luke. Granted, there's Leia Solo, Luke Skywalker, Han Solo, like that, but they were simple names. These names are just so fucking hard to pronounce. They're not memorable names. That's just a real fucking nitpick for me. But also, we got to see a cameo of R2-D2 and C-3PO, as we got to see the transmission in the end when Jyn Erso is like, hey, we got the plans from this planet where her dad kept the secret material of him saying, her dad made that secret little flaw of the Death Star, and he stores it away. And it was under, like, some stuff. And, oh my gosh, so many great scenes like that. And we got to see, and there's a really powerful scene when, Saw Gerrera, played by Forest Whitaker, who's a character from Star Wars, The Clone Wars. And, and he shows her a transmission of her father from like a year ago or something like that, and she's like all really emotional about it, and it's really, really powerful. And we got to see the end of Saw Gerrera's character on how he got out and how he died, because spoilers isn't a fucking title if you can tell, but regardless. But we got to see some great cameos. Yeah, and there's awesome. We got to see R2-D2 and C-3PO. That was a great cameo. We got to see the two characters from the bar in A New Hope. Like the characters who were saying to Luke, hey, he doesn't like you. Well, I'm sorry then. I don't like you. Now, those two characters, we get to see them in the city scene when Jyn Erso accidentally bumps into them. I'm like, that is so cool. I like that. And also the way each character goes out in their own rights. I loved how Chira Inouye, played by Donnie Yen, like his character kept on saying, I'm one with the Force, the Force is one with me. I'm the one with the Force is one with me. He said that multiple times. I'm like, I'm just like, that's gonna get on my nerves, and they kind of do address that. I'm like, okay, cool. They're being a bit more self-aware of that. I like that. Oh my gosh, so many great moments, and how each character goes out in their own rights is kind of emotional. I wouldn't say I don't know what to say, but I do know what to say, but it's hard to put into words. But I'm not saying they deserve to die, but they got noble ends for the characters who they are, because I think it was Kenobi. I think it was Obi-Wan Kenobi in The New Hope said, or was it Han who said, no, wait. It was in the Force Unleashed. No, it was in the first Star Wars The Force Unleashed video game when Starkiller went to, I know the Force Unleashed game is non-canon now, but whatever. But when Starkiller went to, the Jedi, and he's like, the Jedi guy is just like, it's a fool's errand, boy. And when he fights the Empire, it's going to meet an untimely demise. And the way they died felt right for the characters. Or at least they got respectable deaths from who they are as characters, and I liked how this movie also showed how both the Rebel side and the Empire side aren't as black and white as they are. It showed like the people in the Empire are willing to double cross each other. Same thing within the Rebel side, and how in the Rebels, not only we get to see that double crossing moments, but we get to see like if he gets to further along the mission, as they all get to stand up against the Empire, they're like, all right, I have no problem throwing the other guy under the bus. Hey, I'm just here fighting for freedom against from the Empire. And I really liked how there was that extra layer of depth to it, and I thought it was really, really powerful, and added a lot of gray areas to both the Rebel side and yet to the Empire side. And yet the Empire side kind of does seem kind of weirdly nice, and it's like, since you're talking about spoilers, we get to see Tarkin. Wow. They used old footage that they got to show him in this movie. The way they intertwined that was super good. I thought that was incredible. The moments between him and Arsene Krennic, how Tarkin's just like, I admit, Krennic, you impressed me. I'm like, there's a sense of admiration and a bit of respect within the ranks of the Empire, and how you can see the Inquisitors, not just the Inquisitors, but how these admirals and generals, characters like that within the Empire actually kind of do have a bit of a mutual respect for each other. And I kind of thought again, like I said, it added a layer of grayness to the film, and I thought it was beautiful. And how we get to see Vader finally fucking... not Vader, fucking. But how Vader, there's a scene in the end. Again, I'm not gonna tell you how each character dies. That's way too much exposition in this video, as already is. But how there's a scene in the end where. Like the first 40 minutes of this movie are awesome. The middle of it, I'm like, it's a little bit slow, but I understand why it's slow, and I kind of enjoy that slow pacing. So I love the first beginning of this movie. Was excellent. The middle was good. The great was great. Then the last little bit, like the last 45 minutes, are some of the best Star Wars has ever done. And how it wraps it all together is so beautiful. And there's a scene where there's a room full of rebels. The rebel soldiers with that type of bow type of thing out of helmets. And they're like, wait, what is that? And it just shows black. And you hear red, and it's Vader, and he just slaughters a room full of them, and it's kind of like, this is what I always wanted from Vader in these movies, and finally we got it. And I wasn't too surprised to see some certain characters die, but I can't believe that this movie had the balls. This is the thing where I was talking about where what every movie should do is should show you something new. From my experience, I've never seen the movie where they kill off all the main characters. Also, we get to see Bail Organa and Mon Mothma. But the fact that they kill off all the main characters is something I've never seen from Star Wars. That may have been over exaggerated. Never. I could talk about this movie for hours, but then again, I can't do it justice. I really can't. All I'm going to say is this. See the movie. My only real complaint is the movie is really not for everyone. Like, this is a Star Wars movie, but not for everyone. Like how The Force Awakens was like this big event for everyone to go back into theaters and see Star Wars, where this is like, hey, this is for Star Wars, but mainly for Star Wars hardcore fans. And I liked how there was that passionate love for the fans as Gareth Edwards did for this movie as a director, and overall just kicked ass. and I loved Rogue One. I'm really tired. I felt like I was running the last like 10 minutes of this video. I felt like I was just running through a marathon, and now I'm just falling. Excuse me. I'm sorry. But in the end, I love this movie. I will say this. The opening title card for this movie was shockingly bad. It was shockingly bad. But in the end, this is all I'm going to say of Star Wars Rogue One. No matter, like how I said, no matter what I say, I really can't do it justice in these videos. All I really gotta say is, check it out. Seriously, check it out. Even if you aren't like a huge Star Wars fan, or if you don't know much about the expanded universe, see it. It deserves to be seen, and I want anyone and everyone to see this movie. Oh my god, it's awesome. And in the end, yeah. I am way too tired. Now getting really, really warm. But in the end, yeah, that is my review of Star Wars Rogue One, everyone, and I really hope you enjoy it. And of course, predictably, my rating for this movie, because I did not give my rating in my original video of this. My rating, what the fuck do you expect? It's Star Wars. It gets 100%. My favorite film of 2017 is Star Wars Rogue One, A Star Wars Story. That's my thoughts on this movie as a whole, within the spoilers and everything. Until then, yeah, I'll see you guys in the future. And as always, may the Force be with you. Always.